Here's the instructional video for the Reno-Sparks mobile clinic. Let's start with this side. Here's the vehicle. There's the awning up there. Here, battery pull-out tray. Here's the physical location of the battery. Next to that, we have a storage box. From the exterior, this is the passenger side. Power outlets. Here, this is the water tank fill-up for the fresh water tank. Just unscrew this, take your regular hose, stick it in there. You'll know it's full when water starts shooting back out of the hole. Saying the water tank's full. You can also check it inside in the restroom. And down here to the right of that, below the lift, this is the waste disposal for the waste tank. So it actually would come out of here, but this right here, you would unscrew this, twist this out to take out the tube, the disposal tube, and then once you have the disposal tube, you can open the waste tube up here. You see it's getting blocked right here. That's because this is pushed in, but you'd hook the tube up right here, screw it in, and then put the other end into your waste disposal area. And then to open up to let out the waste, you would just pull this out. This will open up and the waste will come out. If you set up your tube correctly, it'll go in the correct spot. Here's the rear side. And there's the backup camera up there. Now onto the driver's side. Here's another storage box here. More storage. And lastly here's the physical generator. And located just to the left of that, that's where you put the fuel for the generator. I missed back here. Here's the diesel fill up for the mobile clinic. Now let's go into the vehicle. So the first thing you'd want to do when powering your clinic is navigate over to the right of the driver's seat for this battery switch here and turn this on. This supplies power to the vehicle and the backup camera. Once the power switch is on, to turn on the lights in the back, you can navigate to the exterior door on the outside next to that. And then here is the light switch here. There you go. Now there's lights. To power on your battery generator, what you do is you just hold down the start and preheat panel. It should take about probably 10 to 20 seconds before it starts. But once the light goes from blinking to solid and you hear the generator start running, that's how you know it's running and it's on. So let's try it out here. Keep holding. There you go. Now the generator's on. And once the generator's on, the next thing you do is to turn on the power inverter. That's located just below here. To do that, all you do is just hold down the on button. There you go. And now the power generator is on. Okay, to operate the overhead AC unit in this model, once the generator and the power inverter are on, navigate to the overhead AC panel here. This is what it looks like to turn it on. Click the power button. Now there's power. Now to actually power on the system, tap it again. Once the generator and the inverter are on, that should supply power to this TV here, located above the entry door. And located to the left of the TV is the awning control panel. This switch here, all this does is turn on the LED strips on the edge of the awning. And this switch puts the awning out while you hold it down. You have to hold down the switch as you extend the awning out. And you just hold that until the awning is all the way out. And to repel the awning back into the vehicle, just hold down the awning in switch until the awning is completely retracted back into the vehicle and it is flush with the side of the vehicle. Throughout the body of this vehicle, there are multiple little heater panels. The power is on. To operate these heaters, all you do is just turn this knob to the desired amount. Once you hear a click, you'll know it's powered on. And I can already feel the hot air. So, and to turn it off, just do the opposite. Just turn it all the way to the left. Next, to operate the overhead vent fan. Next, to operate the overhead fan vent. What you would first do is unscrew the top hatch. There you go. Counterclockwise to open, clockwise to close. And navigate to this knob. The number is nothing but the intensity. There you go. The intensity of the fan speed. So I'm just going to go to max for this demonstration. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to go to 1 for this demonstration. And this third switch here controls the direction of the fan, whether you want it to like fan down or fan out. You can control that here. And don't forget to power it back down by going to 0, and then close this by rotating this clockwise. There you go. Into the restroom. There's the light switch. This button pumps the water tank. Also, this is a tank monitor. What it does is it shows the levels of the tanks when you click on the buttons of each respective tank. So the holding tanks, about empty, it's good. Freshwater, full, fantastic, that looks good. When you're done using the vehicle, what you need to do is power down. And to do that, what you would first do is turn off the power converter, and then turn off the generator. To operate the wheelchair lift, first a couple of conditions must be met. The first condition would be that the generator is off. Second would be that the battery power is on. Third would be that the ignition is on for the vehicle, the actual engine. Next would be the parking brake must be engaged. And then lastly, the wheelchair lift switch needs to be in the on position like so. And there is actually one more condition, but we'll go to the back to the wheelchair lift to discuss that. Now back to the wheelchair lift section. Open this up. And the last condition that must be met to restore power to the wheelchair lift would be the flipping of this switch right here, the lift power. You know the lift has power once you see that these two lights up at the top are powered on. That's how you know it's ready to go. Now to actually do the lift, what you start is holding down the unfold button. I'm still holding it. You just keep holding it until it's straight. All right, now it's straight. So now you switch to the down button. And you just keep holding it until the lift has fully reached the ground. And the edge part here flattens out with the ground. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. There you go. That's how you know the lift is all the way in the out position. So you would get on there. And now to bring the wheelchair lift back up, we do the opposite of the process we just did. So start holding down the up button. All right, now that it's flat, switch to the fold button. All right, now that the vehicle is back in place, set the remote there. You can leave the lift power on. There's already enough checks on that.